Is being an entrepreneur even worth it? I'm 26. All of my friends have surpassed my income by a multiple of 2. Is it even worth continuing in this path? People with jobs make $80,000 a year outright. I have to generate much more revenue than that to be able to even pay myself $60,000 a year. Would you say it has been worth it for you? All the guys I know at 40 making 7 figures or more were broke businessmen in their 20s. That's the price you pay. The thing about overnight success is it takes years. Having a job is a great way to get started. Don't believe the get-quick-rich gurus selling their courses. Learning an industry on someone else's dime is a superb start. Be an entrepreneur because you love your work and don't want a boss. It's the less likely path to getting rich. Here's the thing: if you're measuring worth solely by account of your take-home pay, it will be easy to be discouraged. I think many here will echo the statement that working for yourself and having that autonomy is worth more than a little difference in potential pay. Every day is a game and a challenge of how to grow and get better. It's very easy to create new challenges and push yourself and your earning potential with new ideas. Most people here are going to value that over money. Obviously, we're all in this to make money, but the added benefits are priceless. It's like the Stanford marshmallow test: putting off immediate pleasure yields better results in the long term. If you don't try now, in your 20s, you will regret it for the rest of your life. If you fail, good, fail and fail some more. Look forward to your first failure because that is what will teach you the best lessons. I made the jump when I was 28. It took 5 years before I could be proud of my income. I'm still not where I want to be, but I have learned so much about the world and myself in the process. Along with the money, you should also be building yourself a life of freedoms. Obviously, you'll still have to work. But the difference between owning a business and owning a job is that your business should make money without the need for your action, and eventually pay you 24 hours per day, 7 days per week. This doesn't happen quickly, but if you're not building your business to work for you, then you just have a job. Money comes in waves. I wasn't validated until 10 years of grinding at side projects. Then I knocked it out of the park. Those 10 years felt very helpless and hopeless. Had a cushy and safe job making $120,000 a year. Saw the ceiling and how I would be stuck doing this shit for 20-30 years before reaching financial freedom. So, I started a few businesses. 5 years later, I have a $10 mil net worth and retired before the age of 40. Worth it? Get a job. Develop a side hustle until it eclipses your job. This does not need to take over your life. Put in 10 hours a week. The fact you are even asking this question, no. I lived in the back of a pickup truck in a friend's garage for a few years in my late 20s. I moved back in with my mom in my mid-30s. I finally hit the big time at 36. Started online marketing and the rest is history. I am 49 now, married. 2 kids. 8 figures in assets not including my company. Life is good. I am semi-retired now, also have a cabin in the mountains not too far away. I honestly don't know though if I would do it all over again. I worked 14 hours a day for 20 years to get where I am at, and a lot of it was luck. Don't waste time comparing. Are you happy? Then continue. If you're not happy, make a change. What others do or earn has nothing to do with you. Health, love, happiness, connection are the real currency of life. Nobody lays on their deathbed thinking about how they earned more dollars than their peers. Chasing imaginary points will never bring you satisfaction. I'd say it's not for everyone. It's glamorized. Nothing wrong with a 9-to-5 that pays you well. Entrepreneurship. Working like most people won't so you can live the life most people can't. Yes, sometimes it takes longer than usual, but eventually you'll get there, assuming you're doing the best of your abilities. It depends. Yeah, they make more than you now. But what about in 10 years? They'll be getting a 1.5 raise every year with a cap. Then they need to job hop, which is not always easy. But your raise is dependent on the volume of customers you're willing and able to serve. So in 10 years, if you scaled up, you could be making multiple times what they make. Don't be short-sighted. You're not working for you today. You're working for you in the future. It is the only way you can buy your freedom. Absolutely. Too many people, though, treat it as a side hustle, then wonder why they're barely making anything. I was easily the best students amongst my friends. Went to the best university. And made the least amount of money right out of college and for several years. Went back to school. Got a little real experience in a new field. Started my hobby business. Slowly morphed into a real business. By my late 30s, I was making more than any of them, and I probably make almost triple the closest guy. Now, worth it. It is not how much you made a year, but how much you left per year after all the expenses and costs. And tax. You probably haven't explored the tax side yet. $60,000. Try to pay yourself below the tax line. I mostly want to do some entrepreneur stuff because I have enough time and an okay savings. If these business ideas bust, I'll probably just take up the normal path, finish college, pursue more leadership positions at my current job. Yes. It's not only about money. Think about flexibility, being your own boss, waking up whenever you want to wake up, do holidays whenever you want, etc. Yeah, you might earn $20K less. So what? The potential is endless. Once you're employed, you are normally stuck with the same wage. Minimal potential for earning more. It's a long game. At year 5, I was ready to quit. By year 10, I couldn't imagine working for someone else. It's now year 16 and my skills and experience are such that I am now building an AI fintech that will likely do 8 figures within a few years. I couldn't get to that without all the grind that came before. In my case, I'm 27, own a construction company, have been grinding hard for about 4 years now. My friends make $80,000, have houses and newer vehicles. But I have $250,000 in equipment and tools and rent out a humble farmhouse. This year, my profits have already tripled what my profits were last year for the entire year. I definitely haven't made it by any means. But it just keeps getting better and better. I tell my wife that we just have to be patient, and in 10 or 15 years we'll be way better off than our friends. The delayed gratification is real, and I'm just barely starting to see the fruits of it. Hang in there and keep working hard. It can be totally worth it and also a total disaster. I find a business is a direct reflection of the owner and how well the owner knows how to work with his strengths and weaknesses. You can two of the exact same type of businesses, that one is run by someone who lives their dream and the other lives their nightmare. It's because their business is an outward expression. If all you are looking as an entrepreneur is big money, then no, is not worth it. Better find a good paying job. Personally, I think that entrepreneurs have to have a desire outside money. Having more free time for yourself? Wanting to change the world? Help kids? Etc. So you can have the proper motivation to keep sacrificing whatever you need to get there. You can try to start your own business at any age. Owning a business is not for the faint of heart. I just got out of a venture, and to be honest, I'm relieved. It was brutal. Life is short to be slaving to work and trying to manage lazy people, especially millennials and Gen Z. Do what makes you happy, not what society says you should do.